And we're back, Sports Next Door. Myself, Owen, alongside my virtual neighbor, Max. And we are here for some talking hockey. Max, game 3, the Montreal Canadiens take a 2-1 series lead at home north of the border. Game 4 in action right now. The first period just ending. 0-0 is the score. But this is the game that I wanted to talk about because once again, Montreal feeling a little team of destiny-ish. Their coach tests positive for COVID. He's out for 2 weeks. And they still go in with the assistant coach running the bench and get the big win. It feels like a team that is driven and nothing's going to get in their way. And they continue to have success. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, at this point in the series, they're 3 games in. They're not down 3-0. They're showing that they can hang with the big dogs, and a huge part of that has to be Carey Price. I'm, as a Leafs fan, so relieved after suffering at his hands so much that series to not see it a one-time show or a quick flash of brilliance, that it has stayed consistent throughout this playoff run. And in the first 2 periods, I think Vegas outshot the Habs something like 30-9. They generated so many more quality scoring chances, and Fleury just kept them in there. Pietrangelo beating him on a high slot moving wrister, but then he had the save of the game, I think, on that cross crease denial, and that's what kept it at 1 goal, which allowed for them to take advantage of Fleury's fumble. But I think if you're the Habs, you just know your goalie's going to keep you in it. And all you have to do is trust the system and keep looking for answers, searching for offense. And eventually you're going to get that lucky bounce like they did to set up Caulfield's breakaway. And that's really all you are away from getting right back in this game and staying dangerous and staying poised to win a series. So that seems to be what the series has said so far. The Vegas Golden Knights need to be perfect on their offense to beat Bryce, and they need to, like, any small mistake is going to cost them defensively. And so far that standard has put them down 2 games.
It definitely feels that way. And a big mistake by Marc-Andre Fleury there cost them the game in the end, as they definitely should have won that one, and it snuck away. And that is the kind of chance that Montreal has seemed to come up with time and time again. I actually don't know who's in net. I think they went with Lehner, so they did switch things up.
Cost Fleury the game and cost him his starting spot.
Yeah, because he did have that boo-boo against Colorado, but then came back with a great performance. But obviously this time they're going in a different direction. Maybe he just needs a little bit more rest. He is getting up there at 37 years of age. On the other side, Carey Price is phenomenal. He's out of this world right now, playing at a completely higher plane of existence. And he truly is the story of this series, along with the fact that Vegas is missing their number 1 center in Chandler Stevenson. And it seems that Montreal does have a bit of luck when it comes to getting rid of the other team's top centerman, whether it's Tavares, Scheifele, or Stevenson. But I don't really need to dwell on that. I wanted to talk. It's hard to notice these things when you're cheering for the other team that's going up against it, and then the week preceding that where you have a hockey kind of depression mode where you can't watch a series. So this is the time where I've finally got to watch Montreal with a neutral observation. And what I've seen is their defense, who they only play 4 of them basically the entire game. They sit back so deep in the zone and they literally just stuff everything that happens when you get underneath the circles. They allow teams to play perimeter hockey, but as soon as you get deeper than the face-off circles in their own zone, they punish you. It's Weber, it's Sherratt, it's Petrie. They just punish you into the boards. They stop the cycle. They're so great at mucking up that space. And now I realize why the Leafs and why the Knights and why the Jets have struggled so much to create offense against this team, because they really shut things down so effectively. And while I will never cheer for the Canadiens, I have now reached a point of peace and harmony where if they do now have success, it doesn't pain me. So, because I think it would be cool for such a historic franchise to have that level of success. So, they don't have a new supporter, but I am now indifferent, and will accept whatever fate is bestowed upon them as we go deeper into this playoff run.
Probably the best they can hope for. Yeah, I think Vegas's defensemen have scored more goals than their forwards at this point in the series, and the space is there for the defensemen to take advantage, but Vegas just hasn't been able to get that cycle game going. They've had a good forecheck at points, but when they cough up the puck, they're not setting up a ton of super high quality scoring chances with it. The lineup is shuffled with one piece out. You have to move everything around, and there's a bit of a hit in chemistry, but this is a team that's really similar to the Habs in that you really don't know who's going to step up when. You have a lot of lines that are capable of going hot and cold. We've seen it from the Habs with the old timers line, Pete, Stahl and Perry, I think, and Armia so far leading the team in points at this playoffs. We've seen big games from Caulfield and Suzuki. Game 3, it was Anderson with the 1 goals. Hard to credit him
It
for,
was a
though.
great feed by Byron. That was lovely.
I'm talking the first, he got 2 goals because the
Yeah.
first one
Well,
he
the
touched
overtime one's the one I'm talking about. It was awesome.
for sure. But it was the Anderson's the one who tipped it down.
Mm.
And yeah, so Toffoli is due, I think, to get red hot and put up a couple. And Vegas has that same capability, man. Got like Marchessault, Tuck, Carlson, Stone. Like, there's so many guys who are just capable of surprising you. And it is a really deep offensive lineup, but maybe they've got to look a little at playing. If they're not going to out physical Montreal, figure out how to deal with that. Use the defensemen's offensive success to their advantage and get the Montreal team moving, chasing a bit more something, because it would be really great though to have the Canadiens go on to the finals and I think get a chance to get revenge for the Calgary Flames in Canada when the Calgary Flames last lost the Stanley Cup finals at the hands of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Would be an excellent storyline for sure. It's a great thing that you bring up Tampa because we'll transition into the other series here in round 3 between the Lightning and the Islanders. And basically the only thing I have from this game is the save of the year.
Yeah.
Imagine like that, the incredible instincts and a once in a lifetime opportunity to truly be like a hero for your team. Ryan McDonough with the absurd spin move. If he had scored that, that is a highlight of the year candidate in itself. Absolutely jukes the first player trying to block a shot and the goaltender out of their jock straps and has a wide open net. And Pulock slides across, makes the save with like a second left on the clock and ties up this series for the Islanders. Unbelievable. A huge play by him. That is, again, Islanders, Canadiens, both underdogs in their series, but are having these playoff moments that really make you feel team of destiny with them. For the Islanders, it's their last run in their current arena before the new one opens up, and they're having some awesome moments on their playoff run. So who knows? We could see a battle of the 2 most boring teams in hockey by the time we get to the finals, and that might just be a snooze fest for everyone. And still lots of hockey to go here. Quite a few games left. I could see both of these series going 7. It's been really, really fun.
Yeah, it feels punch counterpunch right now in this Islanders Lightning series. We'll see if Vegas can counterpunch tonight and also make it a best of 3. But man, the playoff action just getting so tight to that. You go from being paralyzed and missing so much of it because you don't even know what to watch to at this point, it's almost that you catch every second of every game.